Hello everyone, I am Priyanuj Boruah, leader of the team MetaWarp. I'll be showing around the prototype for my project based on developing a third-person perspective MOBA game. This is how the map will look in the production-ready game. I have made use of several emitting objects and a sci-fi based theme to distinguish it from the competition. I decided to adopt it not because of its rarity and only a few games use it, but rather because of its potential to look spectacular with some rather geometrical and simple looking objects. It optimizes the game's performance, but also while also ensuring that the gameplay remains smooth. It increases the need for effort in one area. And that's the textures. The textures that I've made, while being of a very high quality, also ensures that the devices do not need too much resources to load them. But let me show you a full top-down render image of the map. Oh, you might have observed some grains appearing on the screen when I change or move my camera. This is because I'm showing you the full video, the full model, instead of rendering the full video. Well, I made the map in and around 3 hours. Rendering a complete video of it will take more than 35 hours, which is totally dependent on the GPU or the graphics card. This is also the reason for the grains on the screen. As this is part of the development process, the completed game will not have any such issues. You might be thinking that the space behind the map might be a bit too empty. Well, I also made a background for it. It is an animated background which will animate while the game is being played. The grains increase when I play the animation because of the reason I mentioned before. The man that you're seeing standing here is a character that I have made in VRide Studio and then imported to Blender. It is a totally original character that I have built from scratch and it is totally animated. Wait, let me show you some of his characteristics and visual features. You might have observed that his clothes seem to be a bit painted. I did this because of his two reasons. The first one being the time, and the second and the main reason being the performance impact. The character is the object that the players always have on the screen, and thus, having an object with too much details will always slow or sometimes even crash the game down. Using paint detector solves this problem, and thus I have used it. Now then, let me show the gameplay. I have prototyped the game in Unreal Engine 5 because of the engine's versatility and compatibility with my project. Using Unity is also an option, but I chose Unreal because of its faster prototyping. The character is the most core element of any game, and thus I have animated the character in such a way that it can interact like how we interact with any object in a real life. Example, when his legs are stepping on an uneven surface, one of his legs will automatically adjust itself to the required position. Usually the leg would have gone inside the object or the character would have glitched, and this is a feature seen in some very good quality AAA quality games. You might have observed that the map or the objects have no textures and are all of this off whitish beige color. This is caused when we import an object into a game engine. The models lose the textures while some of the procedural ones get embedded in the models itself. You can see the lines on the ground, they got embedded, but the map itself is functioning totally fine and it has no issues as we are seeing the mesh of the object. The mesh, we can think of the mesh as the object itself. So creating some textures for it will again bring the same visuals that I have showed you a while back in Blender. Let me show you how a scene from here would look like in the production ready version. It looks futuristic and just looking at the image gives us the idea of how immensely immersive the game can be. Hope you liked the prototype. Thank you.